You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Young and the Restless fans. It is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got your Y&R weekly spoilers for Monday, June 12th through Friday, June 16th. There is so much to unpack here. We have got a kidnapping. We have got just all kinds of stuff. We've got pregnancy crisis. There's a lot to unpack here. We're excited to dig into it for you. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of your Y&R hot updates. Okay, let's dig in now. Monday, June 12th on Young and the Restless is season 50, episode 177. We've got Phyllis Summers trying to figure things out for herself. Summer wants to find the EMT that they paid off and try and bribe him to say that he saw the interaction with Phyllis and Stark and confirm that Phyllis killed him in self-defense. Daniel doesn't think they should get involved, and Summer is adamant, but Phyllis tells Daniel in a call later, "Don't let Summer do this, protect her, I'll sort it out, that guy is unhinged." Also, Victor Newman promises to get Nick Newman clear of these assault charges, and on Monday, Nick is still in jail while things turn really, really bad at the ranch. Faith leaves for school with a police escort, but then she goes missing. And so Daniel Romalotti also has a spoiler for Monday, and he goes to Kyle with info from Phyllis saying that Summer's trying to cook this thing up, and he's trying to get Kyle to talk her down, but Kyle is irritated and a little apathetic. All right, Tuesday, June 13th on Y&R, season 50, episode 178. We're going to have Billy Abbott there to help Chelsea Lawson. It's not clear if this is a work thing, but I suspect that it is something with Connor, who is increasingly upset the closer it gets to the birth date, the delivery date of his baby sister that Adam is having with Sally. That same day, Sharon Newman and Nick Newman find out for sure that Faith Newman has been kidnapped. So on Monday, Sharon is going to react badly to the news that Faith didn't text her and didn't get on the plane. But then we've got confirmation on Tuesday. Faith Newman has been kidnapped. And of course, guess who did it? Cameron Kirsten, of course. Also, Jack decides something with Diane Jenkins on Tuesday, and I believe this is two things: to fast track their wedding and also to bring her on board in an executive position to shore up the power at Jabot, because Ashley is making a run to bring in Tucker and trying to throw Jack out. Abbott family Civil War drama this week. Wednesday, June 14th on Young and the Restless is season 50, episode 179, and we're going to see Victor putting Nick on the right track. I'm assuming that Victor's using his resources to try and find where Cameron took Faith. They're gonna get a message, and we're gonna see Faith tied up, and it's gonna freak them out, and maybe Victor can get some info to help them find his granddaughter. Also on Wednesday, Summer Newman writes Diane a reality check. Now, mind you, what's interesting about this spoiler in particular is that when Kyle was ranting and raving about Summer and the stuff she was doing with Phyllis, Diane was actually defending Summer and said, look, Summer is just a victim of her mother's plotting, and of course she's going to side with her mother. You can't be upset with her about this, but Kyle is. So it's interesting that Summer then comes in hot at Diane when Diane was actually defending her. Of course, Summer doesn't know that because she wasn't there for that conversation, because she was off trying to help her mom avoid the law. Okay, also on Wednesday, Audra Charles has her eye on Kyle Abbott. They are having drinks, I believe, at the GCAC, and you can check out our Young and the Restless playlist, and you can see the Y&R promo for the week. Audra is talking to Kyle about acknowledging what you desire and going for what you desire. She's hitting on him hard, and the official spoilers say that he walks away from that conversation initially, but definitely I think they're going to circle back around to this. He is very upset with Summer, and Audra now knows that his marriage is in trouble, and she's the kind of woman to sink her claws into a guy like that while he's vulnerable. Okay, Thursday, June 15th on Young and the Restless, season 50, episode 180. Sally Spectra relies on Adam Newman, is what the spoiler says. The promo also shows this. She and Adam are at Society. Remember, Nick asked him to keep an eye on her while he's keeping an eye on Sharon because of this Cameron thing. And he's probably taking her out to eat. But Sally goes into distress. She's in horrible physical pain. She doubles over and he's panicking. There is definitely something going on with this pregnancy. And Nick's not there, but Adam is. Also on Thursday, Elena Dawson faces off with Victoria Newman. No doubt now that Vicky and Nate have taken their relationship public, it's probably a sore spot for Elena. Even more of a sore spot than them just cheating is that they've come out and they are in this public relationship. And she's going to have some things to say. Me personally, I love everything she has to say about Victoria. Victoria has been behaving badly for the better part of a year. And she's been wildly out of control and she needs slapped down. And I think she needs slapped down by a couple of different people, but I think Elena is a good place to start with the smackdown. Also on Thursday, Cameron Kirsten has Sharon cornered right where he wants her. He is probably going to lure her to where he says he's holding Faith. I don't know if he necessarily intends to hurt Faith, but killing the cat first was a clear warning shot that he is willing to kill, and then he's got her kid, and so she's terrified. Cameron just wants Sharon, so I don't think he's clearly not going to get her, and his run seems short. It's like they went from 0 to 60 in like one episode with Cameron. He's not even pretending to be a good guy. He just went full villain from the time he walked in the door in Genoa City, and I am there for it. I'm enjoying Lyndon Ashby. Friday, June 16th on Young and the Restless is season 50, episode 181. Faith is in dire straits. She is in definite danger. She's tied up. She's being held by this maniac. And there is a big showdown between Cameron and Sharon and Nick. And we'll have to see who walks out of that room alive. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button. We can't wait for you to see more of our Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and casting news. And we love to hear your comments. What are you most excited to see this week? We have some other spoilers for Monday that I want to share real quick that is very interesting. Victoria shows up back at the office with Nate after having a martini lunch and talking about how much more productive they are at work because they are screwing around together at the GCAC. And she's told that Nick is in jail because of this fake assault charge, and she thinks that it looks really bad for Newman. She refers to her brother Nick as aggressive, and then she says he needs to be put on leave. Nikki thinks that Nate is coloring her judgment of her brother, and Vicky does admit to her mom on Monday that she would give Nate Nick's job if Nick left. And then even more interesting, tied back to this story, is that Nate meets up with Audra for drinks and tells her about this development, and their plan to get Nick and Nikki out is about to be one step closer to fruition, and they are toasting the idea of Nick getting booted, him getting Nick's job, and her getting Nate's job, only Victor sees them at it. And so that is very interesting. Remember, he gave tacit approval of their relationship, but now that he's seen them scheming, all bets are off.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.